All right. Reforge just open to new players, like an alert PvP. Absolutely, that's what we're all about, big man. There's a wait list to get in though, so like it's tough. But like you apply for sure, and we put you on the wait list, and then when it's your turn, you make it in. Blue, you have a Valor Carrick? I do. Or you use the bartering ones? I have both. So I made the Valor first, and then I realized that bartering is 95% of what happens on the ocean. And I did, and I made an advance, and I lived happily ever after with my advance. But I use my Valor for most of the PvP stuff that I do. It does my Panox Sun weekly, it does people's dailies and stuff, and then I ride around. I have a fully blue geared advance as well. I don't really know how to use Discord as well. How exactly do I apply? Well, download Discord.
What happened to Stoops? Stoops recently.
Oh God! If you guys don't know what happened to Stoops, Stoops lost. Stoops fractured his hip. He's got a GoFundMe to help him out, but I feel really bad for him, man. That sucks, dude.
On Black Desert.
All right, you guys, this is my 2023 Black Desert.
All right, so this is Stoops' review.
You guys, I thought I'd never be making a video like this, but here I am, and I have been playing.
I feel like every time that a YouTuber begins, I never thought I'd be making a video like this. Usually they're sitting in front of their bed crying, not reviewing a new video game.
This game a ton. Probably more than I should, but there's a few reasons for that. So in this video, I'm going to be explaining
can I move it over here?
Desert Online has been gaining so much popularity over the past couple of weeks, but more importantly, my experience playing the game. Now, we do have a sponsor for this video, so we're going to hop into that, and then
I'll let him do his sponsor thing, obviously.
You guys, a lot of you know that I've recently been sponsored by Starforge PCs, which is pretty exciting for me.
Look at that.
I've always
he keeps moving his goddamn camera. Hey, he lined it up right next to mine.
When I was like 11 years old.
How about that, boys?
And then from there, I went on to build.
What a great ad! Let's watch this.
A hobby that
hey,
you might be onto something here.
If you're gonna watch someone's video and react, you gotta watch their ad, man. It's not fair.
The parts that they use, at least used in the past, were like off-brand parts, whether it be like the motherboard, the RAM, the power supply. And
you know, these companies are actually becoming
$15.
These companies are actually becoming super popular. I'm sponsored by one called Invicta, but Starforge is just good too.
And the manufacturer doesn't even have an American name.
The build quality isn't the greatest.
All right, he's not on.
In regards to Starforge, all of the parts are listed on their website from notable companies, and you can just kind of add it up to see how much everything actually costs. Additionally, the build quality.
It's Asmon's company.
Is honestly
I forgot
better than
that's
I
true.
could
He
do
does
in terms of the
advertise it in
cable
his stream
management.
links, doesn't he?
PC also has
So
not caught
well,
on
it
fire.
feels as if like one of my friends built it or I built it myself. I also went through their customer service portal just as like a regular person to see what it was like, and they got back to me right away, and then were in constant communication with me throughout the day via email to make sure everything was running smoothly. So if you are someone that is looking for a new PC but you don't want to go through picking out all the parts yourself or putting it together because that's overwhelming for you, I honestly can't really
I did build my own PC, but I'm considering
What a great app.
using something like this for my next build.
about what they do. So link down there if you're interested, and I will see you guys back in the video. Okay, so what's going on with Black Desert Online? Well, the game has been...
By the way, tomorrow,
Hippo happy.
Ships to EU.
Seeing a lot of players returning to the game due to several reasons. Here you can see the Steam charts, and this isn't the best representation for how many people are actively playing the game because a lot of people use the actual Black Desert client, but we can use it.
Look at Build Redux,
and you can see a lot of players have been checking out the game over the
I mean, like I'm looking into Redux, Starforge, Invicta. I know the owners personally,
which features long-awaited PvE content through the boss blitz. Additionally, though, and more
so I'm most likely to use them, but I would look at that. I'll do my due diligence.
Which they gave out a ton of rewards. One of them
being
the T9 Dream Mount, which is a pretty
that's the Pegasus thing that flies around.
Rare mount in the game.
Thank you, Asmon. You've been playing the game for 4 hours.
More importantly, I would say, is they had a great showing at the Heidel Ball. A lot of people were very happy with the direction of the game, what was shared, specifically in Korea, as the game isn't normally very popular in Korea.
We are very happy.
Being developed in Korea, but since the Lost Ark debacle happened, a lot of people liked what was shared.
I wonder, I should ask that, let me see, should I ask her and see if she played that one Korean girl, see if she...
Yeah, for those of you that don't know the Lost Ark debacle, they had their idea of the Black Desert Festa. It was awful. They immediately had an emergency apology stream with the three bozos, as they called them. And then that went awful. So they had another emergency apology stream, which of course was an apology stream for the original stream, which was an apology for the game. And then that one didn't go well, so they had a third emergency apology stream, which of course apologized for the second apology stream, which apologized for the first apology stream, which apologized for the original stream, which then again apologized for the game state as a whole.
She played this game too?
You think I'm exaggerating? I watched the whole thing.
The one, by the way.
Oh my god!
And then Jay followed up. This is
what was
Jay,
that?
the lead guy for the game. He followed up with a nice little letter, and then more free shit. And
hey, we love free shit.
Free shit.
We do love free shit.
With my experience playing the game. Black Desert Online is a different type of MMO. In fact, it's more of an old school, traditional type of MMORPG. The world is absolutely huge, and there's a lot to do within the world in terms of like you going around and collecting things, gathering items, and going from area to area. Even if you started off in an area, you will return to that place multiple times.
So keep in mind that when Asmon reviewed this video, he's theoretically been playing the game for about a few days now. He was in our category once or twice, and then he stopped playing it on stream because he said that, I don't know, he was like, people were just trying to direct him too much. And that happens with every game that he plays. That's not on the BDO community specifically. But people in chat were trying to like force him to do different things. And he just wanted to play the game at his own pace. So theoretically, he has been playing the game offline a fair bit. But
throughout the game, and you're actively
good morning, but what up, Sheriff? How you doing?
Which is why the mount is so nice. Now, a lot of you guys have probably heard of this game, and what you've heard about this game are a few things. One of them being the combat. The combat in Black Desert Online is a lot different than what you would find in a traditional MMORPG. The inputs are a lot different.
I'm following the instructions. What role do archers select?
The keys you'll be
I know it's one of those one of your two favorite ranged classes.
I have to say,
reroll.
She messaged me. She said, "What is it?" No, she never played it. Probably a good thing. Play with her. Oh my god.
No. Fun story about Asmon. The original reason he started playing BDO is because his girlfriend at the time, back in like 2017, like forced him to play it, and then he got super addicted, and she quit like 3 days in, and then he played for like a couple months. He was like, it was ridiculous. She baited me.
Yeah, I don't know if that would work. I don't know if that would work. Anyway, so I like let's get Do it. I think it'd be a bit of a situation. Give me 1 sec. Okay. Tell your show with the ropes. Yeah, because I'm an expert in this game. Totally. Here's the thing.
Hey, at least he acknowledges the fact that he's not an
Desert. I'm just gonna have the unpopular opinion that a lot of people that play Black Desert don't like. I don't like the combos. I think they're fucking stupid. I wish I could just keybind the abilities. I would prefer it more that way. I understand.
But the problem is you can do this with some classes. He just picked, like, he had to play warrior, man. He has to play the warrior. Most people, he's not wrong. The very popular opinion is that people love the combos and stuff, but I'll be honest with you, if you're playing Succession Corsair, you can keybind every goddamn mermaid skill in that kit. Like, you could literally hit 3, 4, 5, 2, 1, 3, 2, 5. I know, because I did it. Right? I know, because I did it. You can also do that with a couple other classes in the game as well. So, like, and honestly, if he's playing Succession Warrior, he doesn't really have to worry about combos. As long as you have 3 fingers, you can make it work.
And that you can keybind a lot of the abilities, but you are not allowed to queue actions if you keybind them. I don't care that it's harder. That doesn't make it more fun. I think Elden Ring...
That is not wrong. I will say that as I have gotten older, Asmon's an older gamer, and as a young, spry lad, I loved the combos, the sweatiness of Dark Knight. Oh, it was great. I would say that most gamers are in their early 20s, like late teens, early 20s, right? Maybe mid-20s. But BDO, I don't know. It's been out for so long that it's veteran core. I'm 31 now. Oh my God. I had hair when I started this thing. Like, yesterday, there was one of my old guildmates came into my voice call, and I just said, hey, yo, when we were growing up, and then I meant to say earlier on when we were playing the game, but we've been playing it for so long that I literally said when we were younger.
Ring is pretty hard. I just click.
I will say that now as an older guy, he's not wrong. I like really low APM stuff. Really low APM. Awakening Witch, super low APM. Awakening Mystic in PvE is also super low APM. I mean, like, I compare it a lot to cars or women. When you're young, you want one that's like super attractive looking, right? High performance, excellent looking car. And then as you get older, you just want one that's just not going to give you a lot of trouble. You know what I mean?
And he does the attack. I think that's a pretty hard game too sometimes. So Sekiro, just right click, dodge, deflect, deflect, deflect. So I don't want to hear about like, oh, it's harder. I don't care if it's harder or not. It's just fucking annoying. I don't have to learn a bunch of keybinds. Combos are fun though? Great, then keep doing the combos. Let me
We like
keybind.
that 4-button muscle memory, muscle mommy rotation. Exactly, Raining. Like, he's not wrong. I like low APM classes. I'll be honest, I still like the fact that it's a combo-oriented game. So if I do want to sweat, I can sweat, right? I have that option. But, like, you don't have to. You don't have to.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy for you. Yes.
Left click, right click.
Yo, Stevie!
Back mouse button.
Thanks so much for that follow, buddy. I appreciate that.
I actually wasn't that fond of the combat because it was very confusing for me. And then after I gave it some time, I really ended up enjoying it.
Yes.
And there's a lot of depth to be offered within your class. Although it takes some getting used to, once you discover the things like, mechanics like iframes, blocking, frontal guard.
Once low APM plays warrior. That's what I mean. He literally came into character select. I mean, how much bullshit is this? He goes into character select, no open mind. He's, boys, we're playing warrior. We're going to look at the other classes, but we're playing the warrior. I'm like, dude, that is not a good idea. And it's one of the highest APM classes in the game, skill ceiling wise. Now, in fairness, picking up and playing the warrior and just using like slashing and gravedigger and all those skills, that's relatively easy. But like when you actually want to dive into the class, into the meat, man, the APM's pretty high, man. Right?
Stiffen those.
He almost got on a low APM class selecting Guardian. I agree. Yeah, I mean, he looked at it. He was like, "Mommy."
For armor.
We almost got him, boys.
Very enjoyable, but it is a bit of a learning curve. Now, if you do pick the wrong class in this game or you're unhappy with your class pick, one of the systems that I'm a big fan of, at least, is the tagging system. I wanted to shout this.
For those of you that have not been able to choose your class yet, I just want to point out that there actually is a resource. Somebody that I know very well made a bunch of choose your class guides that are super accurate, and the information is all up to date. But that's neither here nor there.
This out.
What the fuck is
Basically,
this?
what this allows you to do is it allows you to copy over your main character's gear onto another class of your.
Why would anybody want to play something that's not a warrior, though? I don't understand. Guys, I
This
picked
is-
warrior at the beginning. Like, I don't really see, like, what
There's
would
the problem.
How could this happen?
choice,
Because we didn't all lose at champion select like you did, Big Dog.
and then those characters' progression are linked. So
Hey, Agent, thanks for that raid, big man. Thanks so much, Agent. I hope you're having a great time. I hope you had a great stream, buddy. Hey, girl. We're doing an Asmongold reacted to the Stoops video, and we're reviewing his reaction to that because Chad brought it up.
pick one class and you decide you want to try something else, you
Dark
can
Knight?
simply
No, it's a
link
girl.
your character to that
I won't play
class,
girl.
and all of your progression is copied over
But Booba. I mean, you could technically play Archer. It's borderline, but you can make it work. It's justifiable.
to that character.
You know, that's low
Additionally,
APM.
As far as like end game activities go, PvP is a big part of Black Desert Online. I used to be a big PvPer back in the day, and in this game, I've done fucking none of it. I've had more fun exploring other aspects of the game, but the community does seem to really enjoy PvP as it is.
I
kind of
agree,
baked into
Crystal.
The game in regards of like node wars. They also have arena.
I will say Stoops hasn't actually done Node Wars yet, but I would really, when he's when he's healed up and he's feeling better. God, it was depressing. Hopefully, you guys all went and watched the Stoops like video and stuff. Like he broke his hip and stuff. So I'm hoping that he gets into Node Wars when he comes back, and I hope I get the opportunity to play with him.
I'm
Because
gonna have
let's be honest, that's the content that we all need in our lives, right there.
another unpopular take to maybe people
I
that
know,
like
poor
MMO
Stoops.
PvP.
Stoops.
PvP.
One of the best new streamers that we have in the category for sure, man. I love Stoops. He's so chill. He seems like such a down-to-earth, like nonchalant, like guy that's just trying to enjoy playing video games. And I really like that in the
MMOs
streamers.
are always a meme. They will always be a meme. They will never be balanced. They will never be fair. They will never be taken seriously by anybody except for the people that play them.
Hold on, what did he just say?
PvP MMOs are always a meme. They will always be a meme. They will never be balanced. They will never be fair. They will never be taken seriously by anybody except for the people that play them. Nobody outside of that tiny little fraction of a fraction of a fraction of a player base cares.
I would say that there's a lot of people that particularly care. Almost every single one of our top creators in this category plays PvP. Most of the content that we make in our category is PvP. Oh my god, look at that. Our top row English streamer is PvP. That's fucking crazy. Let's go back. Let's go to the next one. Is he PvPing?
A gente não sabe se chega quarta-feira agora.
Okay, he's not speaking English. But he is PvEing at least. So to his credit, he's PvEing. Oh, Norelia. Look, PvP. That's crazy. I mean, most of the time, like most of our top streamers are PvP streamers. That's just how it is. And that's because BDO is not like the other girls. BDO is not like the other girls at all. It's not like the other MMOs, man. Like, we have a focus primarily on PvP. We have open world PvP all the time. The combat system is state-of-the-art, and that is what draws people into this game. The reason that BDO, where all the other PvP and all the other MMOs have failed to be competitive, where BDO could succeed, the reason that is because our combat system is that good, right? We could have a pretty competitive PvP scene. Like, in terms of esports and stuff, if PA really invested into it, I mean, it shows when we have big tournaments. That's what, like, those are the biggest events, like content events of the whole year. Is when we have like big guild tournaments. Is when we have big PvP event, like crossover region events where we have or EU fighting Russia, right? Like that's when thousands of people come out to watch BDO, right? Like. That's what people find interesting about BDO. Now, I will say that he's not wrong. There's a sizable amount of the MMO community as a whole. The majority of the MMO community in every other game, he's not wrong. Nobody really gives a shit about PvP because PvP in those games is a joke. Remember how just earlier in this video, he was like, I want to be able to press 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to be able to bind. I want to be able to queue up my keys. Well, that makes PvP a joke. That's why he thinks PvP is a joke. The reason you can't do that in BDO is the same reason it could be competitive. It's just a better system. It's smooth. It's fun. It's very competitive. I disagree with him on this point, but I think it's just because like he has a lot of experience with the other MMOs for sure, and he's not wrong. The other MMOs, no one gives a shit about PvP. But in this MMO, in this community, we absolutely do. Choice is our biggest streamer in the category, right? And he basically is doing PvP most of the time. Yes, does he do a lot of PvE content as well? Absolutely. But his highest viewership is for Siege, Node Wars, and tournaments and things like AOS, things like that. Armin, one of our biggest in the category, another PvPer, right? He basically exclusively streams PvP. So Frosty streams PvE, but he's talking about PvP the whole time. So like really, it's kind of a podcast about PvP and BDO the whole time. So really, that's also PvP. Norelio, Biceptimus Prime, every single one of our biggest creators is all PvP, and that's because again, this game is not like the other MMOs. It's built around PvP. It's not built around PvE. What makes people interested, the reason this game has blown up lately, is because they've started looking to gather that PvE player base, right? That the rest of the MMO community enjoys so much. So that's why we're getting so many more players into the game. And you're right, those players maybe don't care as much about PvP, but maybe they will now. Just because this is the first MMO they've ever played that actually could potentially have competitive PvP. Our competitive ranked arenas are actually pretty legit. AOS's caps and stuff, I think people take that pretty seriously, right? So I don't know. I disagree with him.
It's a complete waste of time to develop content for it.
Well, we'll just see about that.
Get mad. Get mad. Get mad. Now, I think PvP is fine. It's cool. Just don't expect it to be serious. Don't care.
My entire platform is about it.
About it, right? You want to have like 100v100 siege, and there's like stupid shit happening, and it's like really cool. But like in terms of arena, and it's like getting into the minutia. Which class has got a better combo? Gives a fuck. Nobody's ever.
He doesn't give a fuck. Correction. The rest of us do. Hey, returning player myself, I honestly couldn't care less about PvP. It's all about PvE for me personally. Of course. But you have to admit, and that's okay, but you have to admit that if you did want to play PvP, this is the MMO that you would do for it, right? This is the only MMO that it might work. I'm not saying that it's for everybody, but like it absolutely would be the MMO that you would play if you were trying to play competitively in an MMO, right?
We're gonna care.
EVE Online is a joke. Oh, you mean all PvP?
3v3 arena mode.
World
where your gear is
PvP,
kind of equalized,
that kind of stuff is fine.
And oftentimes you will be battling other players in the world to fight over farming spots if someone's trying to take your spot from you. The main reason why I did get into this game, though, is the PvE content, the addition of PvE content. A lot of people know Black Desert Online to be this farming game where you run circles for hours and hours and hours, which can definitely be true. But recently they've added in multiple.
Well, that's not wrong, but the level doesn't matter, dude. Number up, good. Well, nobody cares about your level.
There's 3 dungeons currently available in the game, with the option of a 4th one coming soon. And I went through all.
I think the dungeons are pretty badass. I'm really excited.
They definitely are.
For being able to do them myself.
All these dungeons with my friends.
Oh shit! Look at her.
Yeah, I mean, like I can see, like I'm going to obviously do the dungeons.
I want to do a dungeon
and try the game out and see what it's.
Join our guild Discord at Ataraxi and we'll hook you up.
Like.
And the first time you go through them, there's a lot of puzzles that you'll end up solving, and like things that you have to do in order to progress through the dungeon for your first time for the main story quest. Following that, you can then refarm those dungeons at chances of different.
So is this like a fucking CS:GO skins where you spin the wheel and like there's a chance that you get a really good one, but like you?
Not really. No, it's not like a cosmetic thing. These are all accessories, but like yes. It's a rolly box. That essential premise is there. It's a rolly box, but you're basically guaranteed to get something good. How good it is depends on your RNG.
Usually you get the ones that suck dick.
That's not true. That's not true. I see people pull really good stuff out of these boxes all the time.
Jojo Official just subscribed.
Right on. Yeah, we got a new sub. Jojo Official. Thanks so much for that sub, buddy. I really appreciate it. Welcome to the squadron. Yeah, no, I disagree. The reason that Jay-kun, I love how it's Jay-kun in the photo there. Of course it's Jay in the photo there. Jay literally just does nothing but the dungeon. We love Jay. But the reason he does that is because he loves the dungeon so much, and the rewards are actually so good. Everyone, like, you absolutely should do the dungeon every single week. I don't necessarily do it every week, but I don't have to. But it is definitely super worth it. It's fun content. And the rolly boxes are good every time, regardless. So, like, you're
Crates
absolutely
that open up with, like, loot and resources.
I'm just looking to see
And
like
materials that you can sell for.
I love it. I love it. His chat's like, you always get fucking garbage, and literally on the screen, he gets a Pride Tungrad and then a Duo Tungrad ring back to back, dude. Like, come on, dude. Like, that's what I mean, man. This box is gonna fund my lantern. Yeah, true, Advent. Actually, it's not. He's not. That guy's gaming. Advent's right.
A lot better than I thought they were going to be. Action combat games traditionally don't have the best.
See, Stoops is starting to touch on it. Thank you, Stoops.
Group PvE content, because it can feel very spammy if you look at New World or you look at Blue Protocol, for example. In my experience, the dungeon experience isn't the greatest. However, in this game, they do it very well. Some of the bosses...
It's because we tried to mimic Destiny 2. When I applied to be a CM a long time ago, and I can talk about it now because I just don't give enough of a fuck. I applied to be a CM a super long time ago, and I got all the way through the second interview. And in the second interview, they had still not come out with the first dungeon yet, but they were developing it. And in the second interview, the guy actually came to me, and the team lead asked me, he said, hey, so if this keep in mind, I'm interviewing for a company that is about Black Desert Online, Pearl Abyss. And he goes, have you ever played Destiny 2? And I was like, yeah. And yeah, I happen to have played it a ton. And he's like, so if BDO wanted to go after Destiny 2's player base, theoretically, how might we go about doing that? And I was like, this son of a bitch is trying to copy their raid content. I actually think that the reason that they did the dungeon super well is because they looked over at what makes Destiny 2 a super fun playable game, and that's the raid system, because everything else in Destiny basically just sucks. Nobody goes, I want to play Destiny because I want to do that strike 185 times. Fuck that. You could, the raids are fucking incredible, and they got their inspiration for the BDO dungeons from the raids in D2.
My favorite,
yeah.
At least
some of my fondest memories in gaming are the Destiny 2 raids.
The capstone bosses of the dungeon were very fun.
I will say that the dungeon content in BDO definitely falls short of the Destiny 2 raid experience. To be clear, the Destiny 2 raid experience is still far and away better than the dungeons of BDO. However, they're on the right track and they get better every time. Right? Like the dungeons have progressively gotten better with their mechanics and what they force you to do and their difficulty level and stuff over time.
And it took us a couple of hours to solve some of the mechanics in those dungeons because they weren't that intuitive.
Destiny 2 is incredible. Destiny 2 got Activision on the content release as well. In fairness, Forsaken was the best content they ever released, so I don't care. I know we probably have a lot of Destiny 2 people in the chat, but I don't care. Forsaken was the best content they ever released, and that was under Activision, so...
But it wasn't something that, like, your average
people give Activision shit, but
going into a blind. But let's be real, most of you guys are going to be using guides anyway.
Yeah.
However, one of the main things that I got into the game for
what a bang!
Was
Exactly
the
cooked.
boss shrine or the boss blitz.
I played Destiny for months, dude. It was crazy.
With the Land of the Morning Light. As you can see, this island is the whole expansion area, and this whole island is.
You know what I like about this from Stoops is that he actually played the game. Like. He's educated. He is talking very intelligently about the game, and he's giving an honest opinion on it. I love that.
Dedicated.
That's one of the things that, like, I really liked about Lost Ark.
What's your opinion on the Geico commercial? I would say that it accurately portrays my typical Node War / Siege experience.
I was able to do...
Also, I hate Valkyries, and that man is still in therapy.
The Guardians. Each new
thoughts and prayers,
was like
RD.
a new
Thoughts and
fight
prayers
that I would be able to overcome and, like, see if I had the gear for it. I thought that was so cool.
To all of the bosses that they recently have added. But the cool thing about this system is that there is a weekly ranking system. So you can go through any of the difficulties that you want on your class, and you can try to improve upon your time if you want. And then there's a ranking system based by class and difficulty. So you can choose your class that you're on, see who's cleared it on which difficulty, and try to improve.
I love that, by the way.
To rank
I think there should be more competitive shit like that.
The better chance you have at
People in MMOs really love competitive PvE. Like when I started BDO, I didn't want anything to do with PvP. I was like, screw that, because I didn't want to get turboed, man. I remembered how frustrated I got in like League of Legends, StarCraft 2 when I did like PvP stuff and played against actual players. I wanted to play cooperative against bots. Like that way I don't have to get mad about being bad most of the time, right? Because playing against a player and losing is way worse than playing against a computer and losing. And that's what MMO players, they just, most of them don't want to wrap their head around the PvP.
Better loot. The boss fights themselves feel like Dark Soul encounters. It's a 1v1 encounter.
Dark Souls 1
I agree,
2?
Brownie.
Because that's
You
what
just
I'm
win.
concerned about.
I really enjoyed
2?
them. Some of them feel
It's
a
2.
little jank.
What do you
but
mean?
some of them
What is
are
that?
very
Dark Souls 2
enjoyable.
is great.
And overall, I hope
We love
Black
Dark
Desert
Souls.
and Pearl Biscuit
It's really fucking hard. We hated Dark Souls. In a much realer sense, we hated it. Yeah, but we loved it though.
continue with this approach because I think it suits the game very well. Now, when you're getting into the game,
I'll
I'm
try
gonna
it
be
for my-
completely-
Are all the earrings the same? I don't have to get a distortion earring, right? You don't have to go a distortion earring. No, they are not all the same though. So you have to pick your build. I will say that you can, if you need gear help, you can redeem a gear help in the channel.
be honest with you guys, the new player experience, although
Tongue grads
there's
are a good
season
alternative.
system that kind of gives you a ton of free gear and allows you to hop right into the mid game and start doing those bosses. The intro experience and trying to figure out how the
Yo,
game
word
works
out. Hey girl, hey.
kinda
Thanks that follow, buddy.
sucks, okay, and I mean that in the nicest way.
Wait, what did he?
Sith87 just subscribed.
Hold on. He went on this whole thing and said it kind of sucked. Yo, the Sith 87. Welcome to the squadron, buddy. Thanks so much. I appreciate that. Thank you for picking me. All right, let's see what he said.
Doing those bosses, the intro experience and trying to figure out how the game works kind of sucks.
That is always the response. He's not wrong. Honestly, I think a big contributing factor. He's not wrong. I think a big contributing factor to that response is the amount of items that they throw into your inventory at the start of the game. Constantly has players opening their inventory and going, well, what the fuck is that thing? Like, do I need that? Like, you end up saving everything and then your inventory looks like an episode of Hoarders. It deters people from playing the game. It's definitely something they need to fix.
Okay, and I mean
The novice bag. Well, again, that was not the solution. The solution is get rid of all this useless crap that you keep handing them in the quest line. Also, fix the quest lines that aren't the Land of the Morning Light. Either force them on to Land of the Morning Light, or don't force them and fix your other quest lines. But don't let them just see how ugly the rest of the questing in the game is before they've seen Land of the Morning Light. Although I will say, starting with Land of the Morning Light and then going to the Medaya quest line is like that Homer Simpson meme where he's standing there and from the front he looks all buff and stuff and it looks great. And then you pan to the back of him and he's got all of his fat like clothes pinned behind him. It's exactly the same thing.
that in the nicest way possible. What I mean by that is,
Yeah, what the fuck is this?
there
What
is
the fuck
so
is this?
many
What the fuck is
systems
that?
and so much
What the
depth
fuck
to
is
the
this?
game, which is a
What
great
is this?
strength of the game. I mean, there's
What the fuck
fishing,
is that?
whale
This is all the PvE stuff, Asmin, that you love so much, you PvE lording fuck.
hunting,
What the fuck?
farming.
What the fuck
I mean,
is
you can
this?
even sit there in the
What the
towns and
fuck is-
play music.
All right, we're gonna play a game. Where is everyone's eyes at on the screen? Where are we all looking? Where is it? Where is it? You know what I mean? I'm just
There's a
saying.
whole
That
music
actually is
album within the game, and there's a ranking system for that.
Look at
There's
even
top
look at
130.
Asmongold's chat, bro. The little monkey thing where they're looking at the. Oh god, I love that shit.
There's,
The
there's a bunch of
sage, to
different
be
instruments
honest.
that
Well, I mean, being gay is totally amazing sometimes.
you can choose from.
What?
There's like
The sage
bands
is
that
pretty
can
hot.
perform.
What the fuck?
There's a lot of depth to the game. Things that you would
Oh
expect
my
Final
God.
Fantasy to have, this game also has it. And so I was really surprised by
I
that.
think that they need to upgrade the character models in this game.
I can see the pores on my witch's boobs. I'm just saying. Like I don't feel the character models are outdated. I'm just throwing that out there.
say it. I think the character models look dated. I think the world and the environment looks phenomenal.
You can
but
see
the
your character
models are not super good.
But with all of that comes just a lot of bloat,
I don't know.
and item bloat
I mean, maybe he's talking about the NPC character models, because he's not wrong. If you look at like the shoulder here, you know, it kind of this is totally natural. Maybe he broke his shoulder playing softball early in his life, but aside from that, that's probably not very realistic.
no exception to that.
It's an 8-year-old game.
You will be very overwhelmed when getting into the game. So much so that I almost put down the game because I didn't know what all of these items were. Now they said they're going to be working on.
There it is. There. Look at all that crap, dude. Look at all that crap. Like, look at the amount of stuff. This is literally a new player 10 minutes into the game. I'm not even joking. 10 minutes in. This is what your inventory looks like. It's actually just insane. I can go through, I can tell you what all this stuff is. But like, a new player, how are they supposed to know any... If you're basically playing Minesweeper with what you're trying to get rid of and what you're not trying to get rid of. You know what I mean?
Reducing the amount of items at the Heidel Ball.
What up, Fat Fun? How you doing?
Player experience better.
Apparently, they already did that.
Mainland PC is better. I agree.
One day after I played it the last time.
Yeah, but this is like the new player bag thing. Why don't we just give them less stuff? Also, why are they showcasing the new player bag with pen accessories in it? Who the hell is spawning in with a pen tongue rad? Like what? Like who are we marketing this to, really?
And they're going to be categorized.
Dark Render, thanks so much for that raid, big dog. Let's see, Dark. Let me get the shout out for Dark here. There we go. Hope you had a great stream, buddy. Please help me in following Dark there.
Inventory and giving you additional storage, but this is a game that has a bit of a learning curve. It's not going to be a game you can hop into right away. It's going to be a game that will take you a couple of days to get in the swing of things. Now,
some people love that though. Some people love the fact that there's a learning curve, but for the other people, he's not wrong. The learning curve is pretty rough.
With that being said, I want to talk about the end game progression in Black Desert Online. This game has a very steep end game progression while also offering a lot of different choices in how you can progress through the end game.
That's us! That's me!
Did he get a thing?
I did get it!
Gathering items and going after
I guess he got a
specific
thing.
accessories or upgrading, getting your first, main hand weapon.
We gotta back that up. Hold up. This is good. I didn't realize this was. Oh god.
A lot of different choices in how you can progress through the end game.
God bless it.
Oh.
Honestly, when I'm being honest, let me get rid of my Basil cam here. There we go. It's not my Basil cam, it's my Basil cam. I get it now.
Oh, did he get a thing?
I get it now. That's the Basil cam from the clip. I was like, man, what's going on here? What's happening right now? I just got so confused. I actually hit the button like 3 times. All right, turn that off.
Gathering items and going after.
I guess he got a thing.
I did get a thing.
Upgrading, getting your first, main.
Hold on. We just saw he said I got my pen Black Star on stream. This is a Dark Render. Okay. First of all, you look clean as fuck. Can I just say that your hairstyle is hashtag winning? God, you look good today. I don't know what it is, but.
Okay, are we ready? Here it goes.
What
Fingers
attempt is
crossed
this?
for me. I will be so happy if this goes. Let's do it.
9. Oh my god, you're playing a different game. You downloaded the remastered version. Okay, yes sir. Yo, Dark, grats, buddy. Grats on that one. Oh man, that's a feels good, man. That's a huge item. Is that my boy Caudy? That is my boy Caudy. Caudy, how you doing? Reacting to Asmongold's reaction to Stoops' video. People asked if I would do a reaction to it, so we're doing a reaction to it. Cody, if you guys don't know, a refugee from the Lost Ark community, which we talked about earlier, absolute unit, just joined Reforged because he wants the best PvP content in BDO. Okay. Hashtag delivered. A super gamer in the making. Okay. You guys want to watch competitive PvP? He's your guy. He's your guy. I'm telling you. If you want to watch somebody that's like, oh my God, he went from dog shit to not dog shit in like 2 months. to just above that line. Yeah, just above that line. And we are so proud of him in Reforged. Thanks, God. I appreciate it.
Is rather easy.
All right, let's see what he's got here.
Mid-game player. There's a lot of easily obtainable items that you can go after that will progress your character, as well as the journal, which is their horizontal.
I fucking hate journals. I hate the adventure logs, but not because they're badly designed content, but because they're poorly designed content. I don't know how else to say it, bro. They're just fucking miserable to go through. It's mainly because they gated essential upgrades behind meaningless tasks. I would love them to have been like, you get to the end of the journal and you get 50 energy. Okay. Well, that's not critical to me literally hitting 301 Kudum, so thank you. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God. I hate when they've gated it. It's our own fault. It makes me want to jump in game. Yeah. Dude, it's our own fault. The very first journal they came out with was Bartali's log. And when that journal came out, we all said, oh, thank God. Oh, this is so awesome. We all get 5 more AP and like 7 more DP. Some ridiculous shit for not we don't even have to enhance our Tri-Bassy anymore. You know what I mean? That's where the game was. And the devs were like, oh my God, we can just do that again. What if we gated it all behind that? What if we gated all their stats behind journals? This is our fault. We need to go back. No more of this. No more of this. Yeah, adventure journals are fine. Stop gating critical rewards behind them. It's our own fault.
System that will give you a bunch of free stats, and that will allow you to enter in dungeons and things like that, or better farm spots. Beyond that, though, the game has a very steep vertical progression.
All right, Taiku, there's your shout out, girl.
Have been playing the game.
Taiku, one of our best suck rangers in the category.
Oh my God.
I told her I'd give her a shout out when people actually start or tuned in. She's the first one here today.
Item that exists in the game that literally nobody has. Right? I can go.
You mean like a tier 10 horse? I'm just using it as an example.
To Fallen God, and this is a very rare chest.
Fallen God's armor.
Badass.
1.6 trillion?
This is one of our biggest YouTubers. That's my generation right there. Oh God, it's so brutal. That's pretty rough. That's my generation right there. Count the zeros. Count the zeros. Oh, look at him.
That's a lot.
Billion.
Yeah, that's...
Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's yeah. Okay. That is trillion. He scrolled it down. That's why he scrolled. Okay. All right. Yeah. Then yeah. Okay.
Kitten looks away, too embarrassed to make eye contact with Smoover across the end. The strong, tall Mangu sips his drink as his eyes wander over the witch's frame, his piercing gaze burning through her robes. Kitten chances a glance and notices his hungry stare. Her face flushes brighter. Smoover, she whispers.
Hey guys, thanks for the follows. Hey girl, hey. Thanks for the follows, guys. That is a lot, but that is an impossible to obtain item. This is the one we're all looking at, okay? This is the whaling is the one that we actually want.
In the game, at least at the later ranks of it. And some of these items are so rare that like 3 people in the world have X item.
What?
Okay, he showed, in fairness, he showed a pen Debo belt. Bro, that. Do I look like Saturn? Like everybody's got that except for me. I don't. Like a lot of people have that.
Having
But
that vertical progression, though,
we
the
could have shown
ceiling-
that Korean chick hitting the pen Fallen God because she deserved it.
Kitten looks away, too embarrassed to make eye contact with
All right,
Smoover
I'm
across
turning
the
it
end.
off.
The strong,
All right, I'm turning it off. Oop, gone. All right.
fighter, Smoover, she whispers.
to this game increases very slow compared to your standard MMORPG, meaning that a lot of people in this game will either just stop playing at some point, or they can take a break, come back after almost a year, and be almost as geared as when they left off. So
Yes, that's why we love BDO. It's a revolving door. You know what I mean? You leave and you're like, oh, thank God. You know, it's like getting clean. You're like, oh. You walk out into the sun, you see your friends again for the first time, but eventually, it's like relapsing. You come back, you jump into the Discord call, it's like walking back into the crack house. You're like, oh, not you people again. We're like, what's up, man? How you doing? Welcome back, man.
So what is your endgame activities going to look like in Black Desert Online? Well, life skilling...
Media's a revolving door and Lost Ark's a hamster wheel, but they're both inside a mental asylum. Big true. I'll take my revolving door, though. I'm being honest. We're just picking between the two.
Is a very big part of the game that many people partake in. Farming for those chase items, running in circles and grinding mobs in different areas of the world. PvP is also a big aspect for a lot of people.
BDO, that hot girl that you can never stop going back to. You know she's bad for you, but you keep going back. Yeah, that's another good analogy.
And there's also a large majority of people that just kind of hang out in towns and chill, just casual players.
It's not nearly as much as Final Fantasy. But yeah, there are reasons that players would go into towns and just chill out with each other. Maybe it is like Final Fantasy in that regard.
Can you get
Yeah, I'm not really sure why a player in BDO would ever go into town and just stand there staring at other people's characters.
Can you get like your own house in this game where like people can...
On a completely unrelated note, can I get this preset? Look, we're all thinking it. We're all thinking it. You know what I mean?
And go to your house.
It's a good one.
You can? Oh, that's fucking cool. With maids? Holy shit.
Yo, thanks for those follows, guys.
Things here and there.
Sky, Batastar, Patty, Bloodhane. Hey, girl. Hey, thanks for those follows, guys.
For them, they don't have the biggest desire to continue to progress their character. They're fine having a solid set of gear.
Oh, they're progressing their character. It's just, they're progressing their character's
farming for chase items.
Personality.
And so that's why you see some of those long-term players grinding for hours and hours, going for...
They are still grinding for hours and hours, but more of an IRL grind. A left-handed grind, if you will.
Various status items that might give you some extra DP or AP, but it really separates yourself from other people.
That's right, the ERP grind.
One of the items that I really want to go for on my account is a pen Black Star Greatsword.
Oh, thank God. We're going to have Stips for like 4 more months. We're in business. Jay, just don't let him have that. And then he'll stay in the category for the next 4 months. We're good. Delphi, we got him. We got him.
Sword, because it's just something that it has a very cool glow, and that's like one of the the achievements I guess I want to get on my account.
So it's like in fucking that one game, Lost Ark. Like
Don't you fucking dare compare us to that thing. Don't you fucking dare.
It's a different type of shiny.
That I don't really care about.
It's a better type of shiny.
Maxing my character to the fucking
you can zoom in on our tits.
Now let's quickly talk about the cash shop
Plus 25,
in Black Desert Online. Traditionally, Black Desert Online was seen, or has been seen, as an extremely pay-to-win game. There are people out there that will tell you Black Desert Online is not a pay-to-win game.
It is.
I don't think that's being truthful.
It is, but it's not pay to win to the point that free-to-play player can't just keep up with them. If you just played a lot, you could just keep up with the pay-to-win players.
There are definitely some purchases that you can make in this cash shop. In fact, a lot of purchases that you can make in the cash shop that will benefit your character.
Yo,
like storage
Laffery,
space.
Laffery, Codehauser, and Andrew LaCruz. Hey, girl. Hey, thanks for those follows, guys.
Weight, inventory space, fairies, maids.
Max,
all
go ahead and
those
post your link in the
things,
chat, big gun.
you can buy in the cash shop. Now,
I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna figure this shit out myself. That way, I really know what it is and what it doesn't is.
gripe in the past is that you weren't able
Oh God.
to obtain these items without actually spending real life money. Nowadays,
What can you buy except for pen try for like 200 euros? Oh no, if you're gonna buy like a pen Black Star, it's gonna cost you isn't it like $36,000 or something? US dollars?
a lot of those things you
Honestly, if you really want to pay to win a video, technically you just go out and get a job, but or you could just spend the day playing the game and progress faster. So there's that.
get by just playing the game.
In my opinion, BDO is very pay to win, but not the way he talks about it. In my opinion, you can melt crons to keep clicking for gear like Biohack. That is true. That's why I said it is definitely pay to win, but like if you're gonna melt for crons, that means you're clicking and it's very RNG based. And so, like I said, it's gonna cost you like 36 grand in like 4 days in the enhancement window anyway. So
gives you a lot of those things. As far as straight up swiping for
or you
power
could just
in
go
this
grind
game,
orcs,
a lot
you know
of
what I
people say
mean?
that it's not really existent. People don't do it. You can do it. You can buy 35 skins a week if you're able to.
You have to be Bill Gates. Bill Gates actually pay to win. Yeah, I would generally agree.
But it's very expensive and terrible value.
At my gear level, I would have to pay over $100,000 probably to get my next gear upgrade, or I can just keep grinding and playing the game and enjoy it, and then I'll see you in a month and get it.
And so I'll give you an example of what people are they're talking about. If you wanted to buy the weapon that I mentioned earlier, the weapon that
7 weeks of selling 35 costumes to get a pin Black Star. And what the other guy is saying is that you can constantly melt crons and just keep tapping it, but then it could get way worse.
The pen Black Star greatsword, that would take you 5 weeks.
Why do you have the same shirt like Asmon? Oh shit. We do have the same shirt. Oh my god.
Buying 35 skins a week in order to
Hashtag
buy this
twinning.
weapon that costs 150 bill.
Mom, can we have Asmongold? No, we have Asmongold at home. Asmongold at home. Do I look like Saturn?
If you want to take it a step further and you wanted to buy a full set of gear equivalent
Yours
to that,
is much cleaner. That's true. I've seen
my friend Divios
I've seen his setup
reduced out. It would take you 76 weeks of straight up swiping, which is kind of crazy to actually think about. But to act like you can't buy things in the cash shop like a tent.
Asmon at home is hotter anyways. Well, it's not fair. He has a hairline. You have to compare me with the other bald people.
A fairy, artisan memory, things that will benefit your character.
So you can buy things and sell them for
What really hurt my feelings was when Asmon was in the character like design screen and everyone was screaming, choose the bald one, the bald one. And then he said, no, this is a fantasy game. We don't play bald characters. Right here. Hit me right there.
for gold and then buy gear that makes you do more damage with the gold, with the silver. Okay, so it's not pay to win. You can just pay money and make your character stronger. I see. Yeah, guys, it's not pay to win at all.
No, it's pay to win. And he knows that because I've seen him react to other videos like Choice and stuff put on with Stoops like a week ago talking about it. So he knows it's pay to win, but it's not. It's an acceptable version of pay to win. Bro, in my opinion, they have to make money off the game somewhere. I think it's an acceptable line that they've set.
Cash shop.
It used to not be
truthful. You definitely can. It's just not as bad as it used to be.
You should have a T10.
The last thing I wanted to talk about in this game.
I agree. The T10 is exactly what drops the women's panties off them. I agree. The hairline be damned. You walk up to a girl and you say, "Baby, I got a T10." Man.
Is kind of the community and the GMs of the game. I have not played a game, I mean, probably since Maple Story in 2000.
Subscribed.
Yo, Slaying Mellow with the brand new sub. Nothing makes me wetter than a brand new sub. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. Thank you.
before, where the GMs are
Yar,
so
it's the
involved
Arc.
in the game. I mean, they're all over Twitch.
Yeah.
They're everywhere.
I've had no bad experiences with anybody in the community of Black Desert. It's been positive 100%.
The game, they will randomly
He hasn't
spawn
met Shaky
next
yet.
to you
Neophyx
and
just
challenge you to
subscribed.
That's awesome. Honestly, the longer we can hide him, the better off we're gonna be.
a card game. They're always interacting with players in the chat. It's actually crazy.
Niotics with a brand new Prime sub, buddy. Thanks so much, man. I really appreciate that. Again, it warms my heart. Thank you, thank you.
Oh, what the fuck?
What's the gig with Shaky Bay? He basically, all of his content is that he just beefs with other streamers, and he cuts out all the times when he dies or does something stupid or wrong or says really bad words. And he just clips together all the stuff that makes him look really good. And if you do that enough times to enough creators in the community, everyone hates you. The only people that really watch him are, you know, new players that don't know any better.
I didn't even know this was a GM. What the fuck?
I can't. I just have to. Just 2 seconds. Hold up.
I didn't even know.
It's crazy.
Oh, what the fuck? I didn't.
I'm just saying. Look. I love it. All right.
I didn't even know this was a GM. What the fuck?
Delphi here to supervise as usual. I just wanted to point out that when I saw this, I was like, of course Delphi is making Laffy do all the heavy lifting while he just stands and watches. Of course. Delphi would. I love Delphi.
Fuck, can you do this in the game? I had no idea. I thought it was just like just a random guy.
Overall, you guys, I don't think Black Desert Online is going to be an MMORPG for everyone. If you're someone that specifically likes just doing raids, you have some of that with the dungeon content, but it's not going to compare to like World of Warcraft.
Yeah, of
If you're
course.
someone that doesn't like long-term progression, this game may also not be for you.
Poor Stoops indeed. But I will say that the overwhelming support from the community has got to be heartwarming for him. God bless it. You know what I mean? He'll make it back. He will be okay. You know, the important thing is that he's alive and he's gonna recover just fine. It's really depressing, but you know, it's good to see that he's at least in good spirits. You know what I mean?
Also, if you're sensitive to monetization, this game may also not be for you. But if you're someone that likes an open world
sensitive to monetization, I like that. That's such a good term.
MMORPG that has
I was watching Stoops' stream when he was filming this, by the way. I was tuned in when he was filming
that
this.
classic feel to it. If you're someone that likes long-term progression, a lot of depth with classes, you might have an absolute blast playing this game because there is so much in this game that if I went through all of the systems and things that you actually can do in Black Desert, it would be a 1-hour video. Now, there are a lot of people...
I think 1 hour is being generous. I don't think you can get through all the systems in this game in an hour. There's no way, bro.
that I have learned from in the past couple of weeks. And if you are interested in checking out the game, I'm going to have a bunch of links to different creators that have a lot of useful info for new players linked in the description of this video. And if there's anyone that I did miss that I should have mentioned, please let me know in the comments and I will link them.
All right, before we watch the rest of this, can I get the Stoops? Hold on. Will this open in a new tab? It won't. Where's the Stoops video? Here we go.
All right.
Here's the Stoops video, guys. If you guys want to watch it, see for yourself.
Stoops.
This is the Asmongold video that we're watching.
What happened? What happened to Stoops? Stoops recently fractured his hip in 3 places.
Hold on, we're way down here.
Try to approach it fairly. I even approached Diablo Immortal fairly. So I think I will do the same thing with this one. Video community is toxic. They just can't say this stuff in game because they'll get banned, but in Discords they use every slur in the book and they're overall degens. So you're telling me that there's an online community for a video game and that there are individuals in that online community that use racial slurs?
Get out of here! No way! Couldn't be League of Legends. Couldn't be World of Warcraft. No way would we see that in Overwatch. Get out of here. They're toxic. They just don't do any of it in the game.
Wait, hold up. Wait, and they play this game too? Oh my fucking god!
Do I look like Saturn? Oh no, dude. Oh, no. Shut up! Oh, shut up! Everyone is like this. Everyone is like this. Why do you have another one? Why you have another one? That's not fair. That's not fair. We have fun in the game. We have. Oh my god, he's got more of them. What? What are you? He's been working, bro. Like, I hate that. I hate this one. Hits me spiritually. I hate this. I hate this. Yeah, this is the Simpsons meme I was talking. Yeah, absolutely. Land of the Morning Light and Balanos quest lines. Oh, look how beautiful it looks. Serendia, Calcium, exactly. Every single other quest in the entire game. Yes.
Do people know about this? God damn. Who gives a
Yo, I missed Slaying, Mellow, and Niotics. Thanks so much, guys, for those new Prime subs. I really appreciate those. Thank you, thank you. Also, thank you for the follows, guys. You guys are warming my heart.
Fucking put them on ignore. Don't join the chat. You saw it happen.
Exactly, just block them.
Fuck. Yeah, give him a like. Like, this dude got fucked up, apparently, in Mexico. Like, hurt his...
Is that the reason that we're supposed to give him a thumbs up, bro? Because I feel like he's just a homie and you should give him a thumbs up anyway.
Tip or something like that's awful.
Don't be brainwashed by Asmon.
There it is.
No, we love Asmon.
Jesus.
But I'm not brainwashed by him. I respectfully disagree with aspects of his video here.